What's up, everybody? Steve Bertrand here, Rolling Motivation. So rollingmotivation.com. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/Rolling Motivation. Instagram at Rolling Motivation, and Twitter at R Motivation. So now that I got that out of the way, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about negative motivation. And not to the point where we want to use it all the time to beat ourselves up or anything like that. But I've been a huge Michael Jordan fan and Chicago Bulls fan since the 90s. And I have a picture of him taking his last shot against the Utah Jazz, in his sort of second retirement kind of thing. And what one of the techniques Michael used that was always interesting to me was if someone talked trash to him or someone else felt that someone was a better player than him and mentioned that, or that someone was a great defender, he took it personally to be able to go and shut them down. And he didn't always talk trash to that person or let him know that that was the motivation, but he used that in his own head to help his game excel. And I always thought that was an interesting way of doing things. David Goggins, in the book You Can't Hurt Me, talks about it, and he calls it taking souls. Same kind of idea. It's an internal dialogue and a motivation that you use to sort of be competitive and find motivation when you don't have it necessarily, because we all struggle with motivation from time to time, and especially in this current climate, some of us have trouble, staying focused, being at home, and things like that. So the example that I'm going to use is, if you're an employee and you're working for someone and you're doing a task, or even if it's something that you've done for a charity or whatever project you're doing, if you haven't delivered on that task, you might get reprimanded by your boss, or they'll be disappointed in you, or the person that you're supposed to do that for would be disappointed in you. Whatever the case may be, most likely you've experienced that before. So what you want to do is, if you have something to do that you're not motivated to do, you can always envision what that's going to feel like to disappoint that person, or to be reprimanded, or to feel like you let somebody down in a situation. So in essence, you can create that result in your mind and then create that motivation from it, so you avoid the pain of actually going through that process. You can use past experiences to drive you forward when you're not motivated. It's similar to when I was a kid, and my mom will laugh at this because she'll say I never cleaned my room without getting yelled at. But the fact of the matter is, sometimes when you were a kid, your parents would nag you, and then you'd finally clean your room because you'd be like, oh God, I can't believe it's on my case and I just finally cleaned my room. And then what you could do at that point as a kid eventually is you would often clean your room, or I would, or just tidy something up, or do something of that nature in order to avoid that conversation either getting talked to by my mom or my dad in that situation. So I used past experience to have a consequence that I knew was going to happen if I didn't do the act. So I hope that helps. I hope that's clear. Take your past experiences and create the event in your head, and you'll find motivation from that. And keep kicking butt. Talk to you soon.